Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome from Frankfurt am Main, Germany. Actually, I'm really tired today, but I still want to do the unboxing of the Canon EOS R5 because I just got it today. And guess what? When I finally heard about this camera and I heard that it's going to shoot 4K without that nasty Canon crop factor, I decided to get this camera. And then suddenly, within the last few months, there were some pictures coming out of this camera from the body. I thought, well, finally, they got rid of this nasty touch bar where actually a joystick or thumb controller would have actually need to be. I was like, oh God, Canon, finally. I don't know what's going on with Canon sometimes, you know. They're producing a camera, just to show you, here's the box. It's really an unboxing of the Canon EOS R5. So to get back to that point, in my opinion, when they decided to finally make up a new product like the Canon EOS R, which I'm filming at the moment with, so someone in Japan had the idea, let's create a mirrorless camera, full frame, let's redesign all our lenses, let's make RF lenses with an RF mount. And then someone said, okay, we do have some space there in the upper right side, so what can we put on this side? And someone's like, how about a touch bar? And that's like 5 people sitting on that round desk in Japan saying, yeah, let's put in a touch bar. Canon, when your camera is still in the design process, give it to someone who is really working with this camera. I mean, if there is the majority who does not like this feature, why do you put it into the camera instead of that really helpful, maybe a digital thumb controller? I have no idea why. Another reason why I'm switching to the Canon EOS R5. And by the way, I was saving money for this camera when I finally heard that this camera will pop out this year. So, and I'm getting rid of this camera, which I'm filming at the moment with, because it has that nasty Canon crop factor while filming in 4K. No one out there needs that. And if you do a time-lapse video, it offers that time-lapse either in Full HD or in 4K, both without a crop factor. So it is possible, but there's a hidden feature in that Canon software which blocks that, so you're not able to record in 4K without that crop factor. And that's why I finally decided to get rid of this camera. So touch bar, hate it. Crop factor, hate it. Maybe I do need a touch bar, maybe I do need a crop factor sometimes, but I would like to have the choice. So Canon, if someone wants to have a crop factor on a full frame camera, give them the choice to choose. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me that I can shoot a time-lapse movie without any crop factor in 4K and Full HD, but I can't choose to record in 4K without a crop factor. Doesn't make any sense. So there's the rumor out there, and I got this information from someone who's really close to Canon. I mean, he's really close. So he said the following: you need this 512 gigabyte CFast Express card to be able to record 4K with 120 frames per second. So it's not possible to record 4K in 120 frames per second if you have that 128 or 256 gigabyte CFast Express card. Well, it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, sure, you wouldn't be able to take 2 hours onto a 128 gigabyte card with that 120 frames per second shooting in 4K. But I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be able to record like 2 minutes or 3 minutes or even 10 seconds 4K 120 frames per second slow motion on a 128 gigabyte card. So it doesn't make any sense. But if someone out there bought that camera with 128 or that 256 gigabyte memory card, and you are able to record your video in 4K 120 frames per second or 8K 25 or 30 frames per second, please make sure to leave a comment below, because I'm really interested if this feature is blocked if you're using a memory card which has less capacity than the 512 gigabyte card. So let's do the unboxing. So here's the Canon box, as simple as it can be. I mean, anyone out there who choose to buy a camera for more than 4K knows all the specs that this camera offers. So nothing really new on that box, and let's get right in. So this memory card here is not included. However, it's the one which everyone out there is recommending to be able to record 4K 120 frames per second and 8K 25 and 30 frames per second. I will put a link of this memory card, so also the one from 128 to 256 gigabytes, and an alternative CFast Express card in the video description below. So make sure to have a look at it. So here's a user guide in many languages. So here's the wall adapter. The cable is right here to use that one with the new battery. It's the LP E6NH. It has a bit more capacity than the old ones, which I have here. However, it has the same size like the old ones. So I'm pretty sure you can use this one also on the 5D Mark IV or the Canon EOS R. However, I'm gonna try that out for you while doing the review. And here's the old one, and since it has the same size, you will be able to charge this battery on the old adapters as well. I have this charger here, which is pretty cool because I can charge it from anywhere, from my car or from a power bank. So here's a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable with a cable management tool included here, and a branded Canon carrying strap. And here's the body, Canon EOS R5. Has that seal? Oh, I didn't break it, so it's still new. Ta-da, ta-da. Ta-da, ta-da. Wow. So here's the body of the Canon EOS R5. As you can see on the top, on and off button, a hot shoe, a fancy head display, which is not included on the Canon EOS R6. You have that mode dial up here, you have the record button, and finally they got rid of that stupid touch bar. They replaced it with that Canon joystick or thumb controller, however you want to call it. It would have been great if it would have been the digital one from the Canon EOS 1DX Mark III. However, that probably does a much better job than the touch bar. And finally, you can spin the wheel down here, which is also better than the push version like seen on the Canon EOS RP or the Canon EOS R. 2 card slots, CFast Express and SD. On the lower side, the battery compartment, tripod mount, and here's a stupid thing. So, microphone and headphone port, which is good. On the lower side, a flash sync connection. No one is using that. So probably it was on the desk and someone's like, we still have some space here on the bottom side. What can we put in here? And someone, oh, let's take that one, a flash sync. Why didn't you put in something like an Ethernet port? I mean, if you have file sizes for the 8K recording, which for 7 minutes takes about 80 gigabytes, no one needs a flash sync port. And here's another downside. You do have USB Type-C, which is great, and on the lower side you have micro HDMI. Jesus, these cables break a lot. I mean, I broke already 2 cables in just 2 or 3 months, and it would have been great if they would have kept the mini HDMI or the normal HDMI. However, probably we do have to live with that now. And the display. So here's the Canon battery, the new one, the LPE6NH with its capacity of 2130 milliamperes. So I would like to try the following. If I can charge this camera using a power bank. So I think it's not working because usually all devices are charging just perfectly, also my MacBook Pro, because this power bank has 60 watts and there's no LED on the side, which indicates that this camera is charging or anything like that. So I guess, unfortunately, you cannot charge this camera using a power bank. Alternatively, I can recommend you take this battery, attach it to a mobile LPE6 charger and let it charge from there, because as you can see, it's charging since these 2 LEDs are red, and as soon as they turn green, they're fully charged. I will put this charger also in the video description below. So let's see if your old batteries are working. So here's the LPE6 battery from 2011. So I guess that was a battery from my Canon EOS 5D Mark III. Let's put it into this camera. Oh, it's working. Can you imagine? Ooh, year 2020. So that was the unboxing of the brand new Canon EOS R5. I will do probably a comparison between this camera and my Canon EOS R, which I'm filming at the moment with, together with RF lenses, so the RF 35, maybe the 600 and 800 millimeter, the RF 50 1.2, so as the 24-70 f2.8. So stay tuned, make sure to follow me on Telegram, where I probably will post some images taken with that camera already within the next 24 hours. Thanks for watching and for your undivided attention. See you very soon. And if you would like to know how to connect this camera with your phone or your tablet, make sure to wait a couple hours, because I will probably post a video on how to connect this camera with my phone or tablet using the Canon Camera Connect app. All the best from Frankfurt am Main, Germany, and see you very soon. Bye bye.